Guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys being open to learning maybe some different strategies than what you're used to. Obviously, my style is very different than most educators. I realize that most of you have no clue who I am, and I wanted to give an introduction just so that you guys understand where the content is coming from. So my name's Jordan Stanley Payne. I live in a very small town in Montana, very isolated from the real world, which is okay. It allows me to think and focus and produce some good content for you. So I started in real estate about 3 years ago. In the general spec of things, that's not a long time. Some of you may have been in real estate longer than me. That's okay. I started brand new, knowing nothing. I hired a mentor here in Montana, and within 10 months, we did about $500,000 worth of wholesale deals, both locally in Montana as well as virtually Tulsa, Oklahoma, Charlotte, North Carolina, 2 markets in Ohio. So I started with wholesaling. I did very, very well. I made a lot of money very, very quickly. And what I realized was I'm good at marketing, not the traditional sense that you guys probably learned from your guru, your 3-day seminar, your Facebook group, YouTube, Google, not in that sense of marketing, in a completely different, radical way than you're used to. So I realized I was good at marketing, and I realized that every great deal that I found, that I did the work to find, but with my influence, I was giving it away. That's wholesale, right? You give it away to somebody that's either going to buy and hold it and make long-term generational wealth, or you're giving it away to a fix and flipper that's going to make 10 times more than you. So that realization happened within my first 10 months when I was making all this money. And I said, you know what? I'm going to pick a date. And on that date, I'm going to stop giving away my good deals. I'm going to find a way to hold them, to keep them, and to profit off of those long-term, generationally. So I had no money, no credit. I wasn't bankable. Banks wanted nothing to do with me. I didn't have money for a 20% down. So I was forced in a position where I had to get very, very creative to figure out how to start keeping deals. That was about month 11 or 12 in my real estate journey. From that point, the next 2 years, I built a multi-million-dollar portfolio using none of my own money, none of my own credit, and without using banks. Since that time, I'm working on a second portfolio that is very quickly approaching that 7-figure mark as well, as far as what the assets are worth. I'm not saying I net or gross $1 million a year. That's not what I'm saying. So that's kind of the short version of my journey. In the past year, I have mentored over 750 people. Many of those guys have gotten financially free. Many of them have been able to quit their jobs and support themselves and their family. I brought in some phenomenal mentors to start working with myself, and we really enjoy that aspect of it. I also do events all over the US, and I'm starting to do some overseas as well. Mexico, Bali, I'm kind of starting to plan out some of that stuff. So that's a little bit about me. I am very anti-traditional wholesaling. Most of the tactics that you guys probably learned are 30 plus years old. They're outdated, they don't work, and a lot of gurus are regurgitating the same information, and they call it something different, the triad, the trifecta, like whatever they want to name it. So I'm not really into that. I think the marketing is bad. I think a lot of wholesalers are unethical. So I'm going to be teaching you stuff the correct way, the ethical way, and the way that worked for me and the other people that I'm working with. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for your time. We're going to be sending out content on Monday, Wednesday, and probably Friday. Some of it will be video like this. Other will be, book reviews and recommendations, marketing tips, buy and hold tips using none of your own money. So guys, make sure you stay tuned. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you do that. That's where the replay of all these videos will be. Just type in my name, Jordan Stanley Payne, and you'll be able to find that.